One more time, we need to check in with the Olympics for the reigning, defending gold medal welterweight champion in the women's boxing division, Imane Khelif, because she followed through on a threat that we talked about, I think, yesterday or something like that. But off the back of her championship performance, there were rumors that there were going to be some lawsuits flying around, and if you ever wanted concrete proof outside of, well, I think the plumbing's all intact and it's the original piping. I mean, if you can't just take the W inside of the ring and you need to lash out and be a sore loser in the aftermath, it's like, here's your proof for all the skeptics that are out there. But the reason that this story is making the rounds is because two of the chief defendants in this lawsuit are Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling, which is kind of crazy, right? Like, I remember Elon Musk, interacting with J.K. Rowling, but, I think the biggest takeaway from, Rowling's screeds was just how anti-male she is. Like, let's not forget, okay, for as much as you might agree with her when it comes to the no men and women's sports gimmick, she is a pants-on head crazy feminist, okay? She's as third wave as it gets with all of the worst lefty opinions. She just happens to have a decent sense of humor, and her opposition are even more crazy than most of her takes. So don't forget that. But they were named in a lawsuit filed by Algerian boxer Imane Khelif, accusing them of acts of aggravated cyber harassment. Which court is this filed in? This is crazy. The complaint was filed by French authorities by Khelif's attorneys, who says he hopes the prosecution investigates whoever it feels necessary on X. People were saying mean things on the internet. Therefore, I'm entitled to compensation because it wasn't enough that you won the Olympic gold. You were the flag bearer at the closing ceremonies for Algeria. You also need to fight back against people with very deep pockets. Oh, I see what you're doing. What we're asking is that the prosecution investigates not only these people, but whoever it feels necessary. If the case goes to court, they will stand trial, attorney Nabil Boudi said to Variety. A lot of booty in play here. Boudi said that the lawsuit could target personalities overseas, adding that the prosecutor's office, from combating online hate speech, has the possibility to make the request for mutual legal assistance with other countries. So yeah, this is to also piggyback off of the story we were talking about yesterday in collaboration with all the Australian breakdancing ray gun crap, which this lawsuit, right, like, it's kind of crazy because this could end up defining a whole bunch of things. Like, this is going in front of the court, and basically at the bottom of this, what's at the core of these accusations? What exactly is a woman? Is a woman a set of chromosomes? Is a woman a array of reproductive organs? Like, are we finally going to have to define what that means, even though for hundreds of thousands of years we've been totally fine with the definitions already been set in dictionaries around the world? But in the past 5 years we've started to muddy the water. But now are we going to get concrete definitions for the new age? Are we going to have our new speak defined? Because my stance on this, and you can go back to the first video I did on this, it's like, Imane, for all things considered, seems to be a woman, okay? Just has a legitimate birth defect, and not one of the crazy ones that those freaks think up, but no, legitimately is a woman, just happens to have the markers in place for tests to pop with XY chromosomes. It's strange, right? Because everybody's basing it on this one unverifiable test, because we haven't seen test results other than a couple of bad outcomes when Khelif went viral after dominating in the Olympics despite failing a gender test the year prior for a different competition. There wasn't any funny business in dealing with the tests for the Olympics. Testosterone was fine. All the drug tests, they've come back, no tainted supplements or anything like that. So the only thing that they're hinging their hat on, which is so crazy right now, is a Russian-based test, when the Russians weren't even allowed into the Olympics. So all of this stuff, it's all very confusing, but at the end of the day, I'm not no politically correct wokey by any stretch of the imaginations. It's just, I'm seeing a bunch of people simping for women's sports, which is just bad at the face of it, which, I've seen the clips, I've watched the bouts, and that boxing was atrocious, and this is the most interesting thing. that has happened to the sport in a while. So yeah, if this thing does end up going to court, well, there's going to be some interesting people that could potentially be called as witnesses. I don't know how this is going to play out. I don't know French law. Hell, the French don't even know French law. But Imane Khelif's former sparring partner emerges with bizarre claims after Olympic controversy. Gold medal boxer Imane Khelif is getting attacked by one of her former sparring partners. Bulgarian, Nigerian, Africa, Libya. Women's boxer Joanna Numere, sure, sparred with Khelif on several occasions and has bizarre theories on Khelif's background after the Algerian boxer in the middle of the gender controversy at the Olympics. Khelif was has some kind of internal issues, but he is a man. Wamaru, okay, said to Redux, okay, I stand by my words until she does a test to prove to the world that she is a woman, but we all know that won't happen. Yeah, but you sparred with this chick, or dude, or Olympic gold medalist. I would imagine you'd have the inside track on this stuff, right? Okay. Wamaru then claimed that she was approached by teammates of Khelif, and the newly crowned gold medalist had been biologically altered by her environment. This doesn't really sound like a terribly intelligent individual, but okay. Or perhaps there's just a translation barrier, and that could also be the case. Khelif's teammates came to me and told me Imane is not a man. Well, there's no translation barrier to that statement, pretty much cutting right to the chase. She is a woman and just lives high in the mountains with her relatives and parents, and so there may be a change in her testosterone and chromosomes and the like. Yeah, I don't really think that works. Like, if you live at altitude, yeah, you're likely to have an elevated level of red blood cells in your bloodstream, okay, or your cells are going to be more adaptable to taking on higher levels of oxygen. That's just what happens. You're more efficient at processing it. It's just when it comes to those hormonal and physiological changes, it's not really how it works. But okay, I think we played 3 to 4 sparring sessions. I have a record of everything. I can confirm that this is a man to me. Male power, men's techniques, everything. I've seen the punches. I can confirm it's good technique, but male power, don't know, because all you have is just this chick and the crying Italian saying, I've never been hit that hard before. Khelif is not transgender and was born a woman. I mean, yeah, that's what it is, man. Okay, it is what it is. Although she was banned last year by the International Boxing Association over a mysterious failed test that IBA president Umar Kremlev claimed showed she had XY chromosomes. Khelif won the gold in Paris last week after defeated Chinese fighter Yang Lu. Khelif looked dominant throughout the 5 wins and claimed the welterweight tournament. But yeah, you take a look at Khelif's previous record, and this isn't some decorated champion. This is a middle-of-the-road fighter that got on a hot streak, and yeah, the competition was sus. Like, let's just call it what it is. This isn't exactly a high-skill division. It's just Khelif was the best of a bad situation. It's as crazy, and the competition was about as stiff as what you would get from the breakdancing competition. I still cannot believe that that is an Olympic event. I can understand rock climbing, okay, skateboarding, BMX, all of that stuff. That takes a hell of a lot of talent, but breakdancing? How can you objectively judge any of those routines? It's whatever, man. Afterwards, she lambasted the harassment she received, says that it harms human dignity. According to NBC New York, I sent a message to all the people of the world to uphold the Olympic principles and the Olympic Charter, to refrain from bullying all athletes. And now you're starting to lose me, okay? Because I'll side with the facts on this one. Seemed like a chick, okay? I've seen more masculine-looking chicks before. That just looks like, I don't know, just a creepy sprinter, if we're going to be completely honest. It's just there's a reason that Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling got named in the complaint. It's because they are some of the richest people on the face of the earth. Elon Musk, the richest, and J.K. Rowling, I think, is the richest self-made woman, which ranks her at like 25th in the world. 2 of the most vocal culture warriors on social media right now. So all the pieces are falling into place. It's just, if this does end up going to trial, we're going to have to actually see if all the pieces do in fact fall into place. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.